Hello everyone. Just gonna check real quick if my mic is working. Last time it was, but just want to double check. Okay, yeah, it is. Obviously there's gonna be some static sound because my mic for some reason makes that noise. I believe it's probably the connector, but other than that I have no idea, and that can't be resolved until I get a new microphone, so it's a problem I'm gonna have to deal with it at a later date. But yeah, this is just gonna be a chit chat live stream because the crickets that I have here, these are the crickets. Let's hit the mic. They came in very late, and I also have Asterix in Premolt, which is my Brazilian black tarantula. So she doesn't need to be fed. She also won't eat. So I'm not gonna be feeding any of them today, but I will, however, unbox this on live stream. These are the crickets that my mother ordered. I'm not sure how many she ordered. Probably about, I think, maybe 100, because I don't have that many spiders or tarantulas. I only have one tarantula and I have 2 spiders. But there is one thing I want to mention about that in a bit. Once I open it up. I can't remember which place I got these crickets from. I actually can't remember. But yeah, my mother gets them from a certain place online, and I'm trying to take off this tape, which is really annoying. But the limit they do is 100, which is a lot of crickets, and of course, you know, crickets don't really technically survive for that long, and so it becomes a bit of a waste for crickets, but then I ended up with more spiders, so it made up for it. Oh, freaking lord, okay. A lot of, I think it's the food substance. I'm not really sure what it is, but there's some sort of powdery stuff that goes into these containers when you end up with new crickets. Okay, there you go. Finally got the tape off. Okay. The other thing is, though, a few times when opening these boxes to open crickets, there's always a few loose ones, so that's the trouble with them. Good morning, even though it's 3 o'clock for me in the afternoon. How are you doing? Let's see if I can put this down. You can watch me open this. This is the box full of crickets. Oh goodness. I probably squished one, whoops. Yeah, these are all baby ones, obviously, because, you know, my tarantula's not that big. So these are the crickets. I'm not sure how many of these my mother got. I think it's about 100. Because that's like the limit amount you can get. That's the lowest. So yeah. These are the crickets. I didn't think that they were actually going to show up very soon. I thought they were going to show up probably tomorrow or after tomorrow, something like that. But I won't be feeding Asterix in this video, well, live stream today, because obviously she's in Premolt, so this is just me opening the container, and I'll be obviously be putting them into their enclosure. Oh, really? I have one tarantula. A Brazilian black. But I have spiders as well, so it's 3 o'clock here. So that's why I'm doing the live stream, because 3 o'clock is the time I live stream. So I'm gonna put these in here. I don't have any food in here at the moment, but once I'm done with the live stream, I'll be able to put some food in there. Because what I feed my crickets is I feed them oranges. I feed them 1 orange each week. Because obviously it's not a lot of crickets. And they're babies as well, so they're not going to really eat much. Okay. Get them in here. No escapees, please. This one. Oh, there's a cricket in. There's 1 cricket alive in it. I didn't really realize that. Let's move this. Move that. Hi. How are you? I don't even know how to pronounce that name. Lynx? Lynx. Maybe that's it? I don't know. I'm sorry. Apparently there was a cricket hidden in here somewhere, and it survived the massacre of dying crickets. But now there's more, so I'm gonna put these in here. Each time I get new crickets, I just put them in here, and I open the container, and I leave the container in there. Here we go. Whew. So for the setup for my crickets, they're put in here, and they have a pile of egg crates. Yeah, egg crates, I think. Egg cartons. Egg cartons. And those egg cartons have like, basically shelves. I basically layer them, but they can get under them as in like hiding spots and stuff. So that's what I do for them. And then I have this plastic tub that has the food and a sponge in it that has water. Obviously after the live stream I will be going to get the orange that I feed them, and then filling the orange up with some water. You obviously don't want to fill the sponge up with too much water, because that's obviously not very good. The sponge eventually will leak, so you kind of want to squeeze it up before you end up putting it back in. A GBB. I'm not familiar what a GBB is. I'm not familiar with all short names for tarantulas. And sometimes I have to hear the tarantula species name, then read it. Because I mostly watch tarantula stuff rather than read about it, so. The only reason I know Brazilian black is because I own a Brazilian black. Like, the spiders that I have, I don't know their species name. But I know which species it is. I just forget the name, so. So, now that I've unboxed the crickets, I won't be feeding Asterix, obviously, because she's in pre-molt. So that means I can't feed her. But I will show you her. She is under here. I'm gonna have to take out the, there's a duck leaf in here. Well, not a duck leaf, spider, what was it called? Spider leaf? There's I have a spider plant, and I put some of the leaves in here for it, and it's gone moldy. Like, it's just died because obviously it was just a part of a leaf. So I'm gonna eventually have to take that out, but she's hiding under it. And the color of her has gotten so much darker, and her fur has definitely gone pigmented, where you can see the scales and like the little details in her fur, which is definitely a sign of pre-molt. So I'm not going to be able to feed her this week, but she is definitely looking pretty. She is definitely going to molt soon. I was expecting her to molt for the night, actually, but she didn't do that. And so I'm expecting through this week at some point she's going to molt, and then she's going to be even bigger. I can't wait, though, because every time she molts, it just amazes me how much she just grows massively. But yeah, I can't wait for that. Once she grows out of this container, though, which is probably about like maybe 2 to 3 molts, maybe more. When she finally grows out of this enclosure, I'll put her into our main enclosure, which I have been setting up nicely because I have gotten these seeds that are animal friendly. So if Asterix decides to go on them, does what she wants to do, bite them or something, anything like that, it won't harm her, and I've got a spider plant in there. The spider plant is just to be kind of like sort of decoration, but the plant is actually inside of a pot. But the pot is going to be covered with substrate, so it's kind of like an extra layer, sort of, without being able to dig through it. So if I wanted to take the spider plant out, I can without destroying any of the roots, basically. And it's just a way to keep it all neat and tidy. I gotta scroll down to read comments. Ooh, I definitely do like tarantulas that web a lot. The spider that I have webs so much. It's just a common house spider, but it webs a lot. Yeah, she is definitely adorable. She is absolutely amazing. When I got her, she was so tiny. I went for a Brazilian black as my first tarantula because at first I was terrified. I didn't know what to expect. I wanted something small. I wanted something easy. But then I asked for opinions about what I should get for a beginner tarantula, something easy to handle. And someone recommended a Brazilian black. When I first looked up a picture of a Brazilian black, I was terrified. I thought, what the hell? That thing looks like it's gonna eat me alive. And then I realized after doing research about it that these species are pretty actually calm and they're not meant to really bite unless they feel really annoyed. But yeah, Asterix is definitely perfect. She is beautiful. She is so calm and so easy to handle. If I wasn't such a scaredy cat, I probably would be able to handle her and she wouldn't bite me at all. But there definitely has been one time where she's bolted on me, and that's because I put food to her that she didn't want because she was a primo, and the first time I rehoused her was when she bolted out the enclosure because she was afraid. Because it was my first time rehousing her and I was afraid. So yeah, over some time though, I realized that she is very calm. Like you could nudge her and she'd move just slightly, and whenever you go to the enclosure, she doesn't move at all. She waits for you to put the lid back on the enclosure and disappear, and then she starts moving again. Like, she is just so calm and she's so patient, and I absolutely love her. So she's definitely a species to get hold of. But it really depends on the personality, as always, because that's definitely a key feature in things. You can always get a Brazilian black that it's feisty as anything. And yeah, you could definitely send a picture of the tarantula you're mentioning. I think I have heard of it, but I'm not entirely sure. But you definitely can send a picture in chat, and I'll see. Because there is definitely some tarantulas that have such beautiful colors, and I would definitely love to get them. But the thing is, though, these tarantulas that have such beautiful colors are very venomous, and I don't exactly want a really venomous tarantula when I'm just a beginner. Oh, yes, that is definitely a tarantula I want. I absolutely love that. I've seen videos about this tarantula, and I absolutely love it. The fact that they web so much is insane. Like, just leaving a tarantula in its enclosure and just seeing its webbing handling. Like, just seeing Asterix myself, seeing her do the happy dance was absolutely amazing for my first time. Like, just seeing a tarantula web is so interesting for some reason. Is absolutely amazing. So yeah, I definitely probably will get one of them, hopefully. Obviously I want to make sure that I can look after Asterix before I take any other tarantulas. So maybe when she's matured, I'll start considering taking on other tarantulas, because I want to make sure I can actually take care of a tarantula. Oh, okay. Yeah, Asterix, her species isn't really known to kick hair. It's most likely bolt and run away. But yeah, the hairs are definitely something to be worried about. I think the hair might as well be more threatening than a threat posture. But yeah, Asterix has never kicked hair at me. I don't think I've gotten that close to her to be even affected by it. Even if she did. But yeah, it's definitely a beautiful tarantula. You would definitely want to get one of them. There are many tarantulas that are small, but like are so beautiful still that I would love to have them. The other thing is, those sun tarantulas are just extremely expensive, like to the point where it's just absolutely ridiculous how expensive they are. Like even the most common ones, like Asterix, for me was $300. Well, not dollars, but pounds, which was absolutely insane. And she's just a Brazilian black. She isn't anything. She isn't a rare species. A Brazilian black is something you could find anywhere, probably, in a certain location. But yeah, she was definitely expensive. But yeah, I have absolutely no regrets for her. She is definitely beautiful. And I can't wait until she gets older and just be her beautiful self. Because when she starts webbing, that's going to be the moment where I'm like, yes, yes. Web up everything. Because when she first made her molting bed, I was absolutely shocked because I've never seen her web before. And that was insane for me. So this time I'm waiting for her to start making a webbing, a molting bed. I call it a molting bed. I'm not sure if that's the actual term for it, but I call it a molting bed because it seems most an ideal name for it, I guess. You know how tarantulas would web the ground and they would put their backs on it to molt. I call that a molting bed. Just how I go off of it. Yeah, exactly. Like ow, my leg just clacked. Oh, um, I got Asterix from the spider shop. Okay. For some reason, she cost 300 from there. I mean, probably because she isn't native to the UK, because obviously she is a South American species. But holy damn, that is a lot of money. um, so yeah, she is not a rare tarantula at all. She's very common, but probably not common to the UK. So that's probably why. But you probably could have gone. I probably could have gone to a US website, and they would have probably given me to her for like about £90, probably. But yeah, I got her for 300. A lot of money. Which is also another reason why I want to hold off trying to get new tarantulas, because obviously they just cost so much. Cost a lot of money that I do not have. So yeah, it's hard when you want so many cool tarantulas and yet you're trying to be reasonable about it. You're trying to be reasonable and not let your insane hobby of wanting tarantulas get in the way of that. But yeah, also do want to mention something. One of the spiders that I have, the one with 4 legs, I'm not sure what happened. She was, I think it's a she. I don't know. The spider anyhow ended up dead. I don't know how. I have it here. So in the last live stream, I showed this tarantula, which is here. This one webs up the most. It's the only spider that I have that's webbed up so much. And I don't know what happened. I fed the spider was happy, it was eating, and then I think it was I think about 2 days after the live stream, the spider had just stopped moving. I don't know what's happened. I think it could have been in the process of molting. I'm not entirely sure because I did feed it. And so it could have been in the process of molting and just did not survive the molt. And that is very possible and has happened many times in the past with other tarantulas and species and stuff like that. So that could be possible. But yeah, I'm not surprised that so many people have spent so much money on tarantulas. I probably would if I didn't have responsibilities. If I was so irresponsible, I probably would. Alright, thank you. See you when you get home. But yeah, unfortunately, this one has passed away. It was my most prized possession one. This was absolutely my favorite. I'm not entirely sure what happened. Yeah. There is obviously still food in here because I didn't remove it, because that was when its last meal was. But yeah, it's just not doing anything. It sat there and it just stayed there. That's kind of what's happened. It's just gone there, sat there, and just stayed. So yeah. Unfortunately, this passed. It was one of my most favorite ones as well. Which sucks, but yeah. Hopefully, though, I can find some more spiders and keep them, and yeah, it'll be fine. Well, Asterix is definitely in the process of molting, and I absolutely love her so much. She is so cute. She is absolutely adorable. I can't wait until she molts. Like, can you molt already? I hate that the molting process takes so long because I just want to see her molt already. I just want to see how big she is after molting, because it just stuns me every time. But yeah. Like I said, there won't be any feeding in this live stream because obviously Asterix is in pre-molt and my other tarantula has passed away. I do have another spider, but I fed it very recently, and therefore I'm not going to feed it in this live stream. But next Friday, I will be feeding, hopefully, Asterix if she has gone past the molting process and she's ready to eat, and the other spider. The other spider, however, is very picky about its food. I believe it's a male. It's very picky about its food. For some reason, can't grab it whenever it comes at it. It takes its food very time limited, if that makes sense. It takes a long time to eat it, but eventually it does get it to the point. So that's kind of how it goes for that one. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I have absolutely nothing else to do for this live stream because I have told you everything. But yeah. That's basically it. I'm still deciding on doing other things for my YouTube channel because obviously I don't want to do just live streams. I want to make what's it now? Informational videos about certain species and that kind of stuff, because I do definitely want to learn. I want to help the community learn better and definitely help the beginners as well, because when I was I'm still a beginner, but being a beginner is difficult when you're in a community that doesn't exactly want to help. They kind of mock you for being a beginner, and that's not really great. You kind of want to just serve a community that's there for you and will actually help and support you rather than criticize you for your opinions. Yeah, I did get the live food, I did. The only thing is that Asterix is in pre-molt, so therefore I can't feed her, and the other spiders don't need feeding. So yeah, I will be feeding Asterix next week. Hopefully the crickets don't decide to die off anytime soon. I have found a trick that I use for the crickets. I spray down the food with water. A bit, only a bit though, not aggressively. And it helps. It definitely helps. I think they do definitely need more moisture, which obviously makes sense. So that is definitely something. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I will now be ending the live stream. For those who are watching on YouTube, because obviously I upload all these I upload all of these live streams to YouTube for people to watch and stuff like that, because not everyone has Facebook and not everyone is in the group. So you can watch on here, and you can also like and subscribe, because that would be great, and turn on post notifications, then you'll be alerted whenever I upload a new video. So far, these are only going to be live streams, but hopefully in the future I can work out some things that are a bit better and more organized, I suppose, and more informational, because I definitely want to do more videos and make them a little bit more, I guess, what's the word, organized and informational, because sometimes my live streams just aren't that. I go by my opinions of what I think and offer my own tarantula experience, where if I do my own research for a specific species, that is something I could probably put more effort into. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys next Friday at 3 p.m. UK time. because I live in the UK. I know I sound American, or apparently Australian, someone said. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys next time. You can obviously go down in the description. There'll be a link to the Tarantula community that you can join, and you can become part of the Facebook live stream that we do every Friday. Even if I'm not feeding tarantulas. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time. Take care, and feed your tarantula.